Hey guys, I just want to go over Searching Sparks and why people are still buying it at this $200 plus mark. You'll see that we're kind of no longer in that really steep growth path anymore. Like where it went from like let's say 120 to like 200 ish in about like literally a month. And then over the last ever since then, the last month, it's more level out. You get these smaller humps and whatever. And that's kind of expected, because instead of the quick easy money, um, it's more like like supply slowly dwindles, and then supply slowly dwindles, and the price just keeps going up and up and up just steadily. But you see that there's still a bunch being bought. Like there's still hundreds being bought every couple of days. Um, it does seem to be going like down slightly. Well, actually, this might be around, let's say, but before this 3 period cycle, it was always like 200, 300 booster boxes, just booster boxes sold. Um, okay, so why is that happening? And so I have a list of just some reasons. Some of them are more obvious, some of them are less obvious. So let's get the really obvious ones out of the way. First of all, we're in a bull market in general for Pokemon. Searching Sparks was one of the parts of that, but everything seems to be going up. It's getting harder and harder finding the MSRP, and for a lot of these, if you can get MSRP, you can probably resell it for just quick money. So a lot of flipping, people call scalping. Um, like people notice that you could have gone searching sparks pretty easily at like 120, maybe plus tax or whatever at some point or less, and now like you could have doubled your money in like a month or so. Fire Masquerade has similar run up, like Paldea is running up. There's like 151 went crazy. Like there's a lot of like catalysts, but yeah, with the general bull market, it's applying to other TCGs too, like Magic stuff. And yeah, so people are in the bull market. They think it's gonna keep going up. It could very well go up to like no matter like this is sort of the logic. Like even if I buy it literally today, let's just say like there's no taxes just first, and it goes from like 210 to 300 at some point. If I sell for like 290, 280, like I can still make some money. Taxes will cost, and selling online there's some fees of that. But yeah, you're like why will like as long as I buy before the peak, like I'm fine. That's the kind of logic. And I don't think Surging Sparks has quite peaked yet. It's gonna keep going up until there's a reprint probably or news of a reprint because supply just could keep going down. But yeah, that's what it is. And okay, so a lot of this is fueled by those forces, and also people who just want to open the set because like maybe they wanted to, because the set is a good set. So I guess that's another thing. Like this is a good Scarlet Violet set. Like, um, there are like there's not exact science of what makes a really good or bad set, but if you look at the cards, usually you can just tell like yeah, this is a good set. There's good chase cards. People like these cards. They're high valued. Sometimes the prices are inflated, but like several hundreds of dollars of cards are just the first 4 cards. That's almost $100. It's almost $100, and like there's a lot of just like really nice cards. Versus like other sets, you can tell like yeah they weren't that great. They're just kind of hyped up because certain sets they do get hyped up. They do cost a lot, like Vivid Voltage, Battle Styles, Shining Fates. And you look back at the stats and you're like, and it's no surprise why the prices are like same as they were like a lot of years ago, like MSRP or lower, are about the same. Um, but yeah, and there's hype that it's the next Evolving Skies and stuff. So since it's a top set, a lot of investors they do. Just some investors they just look for a top sets, and it does tend to pan out like Sword and Shield. You've got Evolving Skies, it's outlier, but there's Lost Origin, there's Fusion Strike, Chilling Reign. Like Lost Origin is probably a more obvious one, but like Silver Tempest with the Lugia, like anything with at least like a really good chase card too. But when there's not, like it just kind of flounders. Okay. But one of the really big things is kind of ripping ships, and so like because if people are like, why is there so such a still like why is there such a large quantity of people still buying? At some point, you think that some people will get scared of like, oh no, this is costing too much, and I don't want to hold and whatever. Like or like I'm a collector and it's just too much money to buy a booster box $200. A lot of this is powered by ripper ships because that's the kind of ripper ships operate. They're not just investors who are like, hey, I'm holding for a long term, look at the rest value. Like the logic is sort of like ripper ships can sell their product really quickly, and like as long as you're selling the packs for more than the cost of the box, like you'll make money. So as long as you're making money, you're fine. Um, just and the ripper just scale the more like you have a product. So like even say you're like, oh man, like and you can't always just pre-plan and buy everything at once because sometimes you don't have capital and sometimes you don't take that big risk. But like let's say you only had like $10,000 in money, so you'd have to like buy surging spark like enough surging sparks. That's like what 5 times like that's like 50 boxes of surging sparks. There's more of that sold, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna rip and ship all that. It takes you some time. You get to the point, you make all your money back, and then you have more money to buy, but now the price has gone up. But you're like, but this is still a money maker. So like, as long as I sell the packs for like let's say like $10, like I don't know, like some amount, then you can still make money accounting for shipping and all that. And but then like there's a question like why don't you just buy like the other products? So like I have the other products pulled up, like there's loose packs, there's booster bundles, ETBs, like are those gonna be cheaper? And yeah, like this is not accounting for things you get MSRP. And so like people do go for that. Like they won't buy at these inflated prices, and sometimes you get like I've seen booster bundles on sale, maybe slightly above MSRP, or ETBs or whatever. But like there's can you get them and also can you scale it because like if you're some rip and ships are opening hundreds of thousands of packs like let's say a week, and so like if like even if you bought like found a good deal for packs, you buy all of them, you rip them, and then now what, you have to get more packs. So there's always going to be a scenario where someone needs to get more packs. So I like put approximate prices of what I just see on TCG Player, just market price. There's no taxes or anything, and I just put the pack count. So like there's booster box, there's ETB, bundle, 3-pack, blister, and pack. And if I divide price divide by pack, booster boxes are still the cheapest per pack. You see, like ETBs are pretty terrible, $8. Um, and like this is the only one below $6. Like these are about $6.50 each. So it's like why would you um like spend extra money, especially when it's more convenient to get booster boxes? And people like booster boxes more. And if you do get stuck with the product, like booster boxes are a better hold because booster boxes are premium. They do much better than all the other products generally, unless it's some specialty situation. But that's why like booster boxes will keep going at price. Like yeah, when prices start getting higher and higher, what'll happen is that like people will start buying up the other products, and that's probably how these other products went up in price. But like until booster boxes get too expensive, then other things will rise. Just sort of a repeating cycle. But yeah, it's like there's like this general thing is like even though it sounds like a lot of money for 210, we do the math. A lot of times, booster boxes are the most cost-effective way, and ironically, like they're actually the most valuable in general. It's like they're the cheapest and the most valuable. Like this sort of thing flips once the set gets older. At some point, the booster box itself is the collectible, and you'll be able to find like loose packs in places like ETBs or tins or whatever. But like at that point, like the booster box itself is just worth so much more as a premium because there's like so much less of it. Because they don't print as many booster boxes as the other things. Like these things get printed like everywhere. Like you can find them anywhere. Booster boxes, they don't just casually sell booster boxes. And so like yeah, at some point like you see like this at some point like maybe this will be $10 and the rest of these will be like the same price. Like but like it's still worth it for the booster box because it has that premium because booster boxes rise better. But yeah, and what I also want to look at, like I think one last thing, I'm just double check list. Yeah, it's pull rates. It's yeah, I think it's the last thing. So the pull rates. So it's probably a little small, but TCG Player does this thing, like it's these infinite TCG Player where it like opens a bunch of packs and it does some estimated pull rates. And so like I've heard the Pikachu is really hard to pull, and so yeah, you see these odds. It's like for any like special illustration rare, you have to open about 87 packs. That's like it's over 2 booster boxes to just pull like SIR. But if you want a specific one like the Pikachu, like you have to open like 1,000 packs almost. That's a lot of money. Like that's that's over 10 to it's over like 20 booster boxes. That's more like 24. Like let's say like 25 booster boxes. That's a lot of money just to pull that Pikachu. Even other cards like that are popular, like they'll be hard to get. And, but like hard pull rates are also part of the reason why things get value. Like there's some kind of balance. I think that Surging Sparks isn't as bad in general because you still get some nice things for what you buy. But like Evolving Skies, like the thing everyone likes like it's painful to open packs of from Sword and Shield sometimes because like see this Umbreon like any specific like alternate art is 1 out of 2,000. So that's like over twice as hard as getting the Pikachu. Like this is why these cards are so high valued. Um, they're just so hard to pull. And like so, you have a lot. If you ever go on YouTube and just watch the pack openings, it's pretty sad to watch evolving scars. Guys, like there's just not much going on most of the time. And then just to give you a comparison, like what's easier, like Stellar Crown, like part of the reason why like you see like this 1 out of 87 doesn't seem too bad, but then it gets 1 out of 960 is that there's a lot of specialization illustration rares because it's a bigger set. Um, that might be also the case for Blind Skies. But Stellar Crown was known to be a smaller set, and so like you see over here, like a lot of people want this Squirtle or Bulbasaur, and like if you want it, like if you want just anyone, you could open like just 13 packs. If you want a specific one, like you like that's like five booster. It's like a booster box case. Get one of these, and then like for one of these, it's like it's more. But yeah, it's just like 1 out of 540 is like half of 1 out of 960, and then that's half of like evolving skies. So it's just all relative. Like if you're open star cry, you think it's hard to pull, then like try to pull from like surging sparks, and then try to pull from like evolving skies. Like first of your walls get hurt like crazy, but it's gonna be like very very hard. You also have 151 here. Like 151 is not as hard sometimes. Like you want the Charizard, it's 1 out of 20, like 1 out of 225, which like it doesn't sound as bad. But again, 151 packs are more expensive, and part of the reason 151 is so nice isn't because like everyone wants like one card, like everyone wants a Charizard to some extent because it's the most expensive, but it just has a lot of cards everyone loves. So like there's just a lot more going on that set in general. But that's my take on why Surging Sparks will be still around for a while at these prices. Because supply just can go down, and like it's kind of the cheapest option to get the booster box, except for deals. But Rip and Shit will still need some steady supply, and I hope that the if you didn't know about pull rates, um, that they were informed. Like I didn't know about this for some time, and it's nice to know. All right, thanks. Bye.